Well, today is the day. Harris and Lewis, here we come. That is us arrived at Ullapool, off to have our second breakfast. Literally, it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning, but we've been up so early that it's pretty much a mid-morning snack. We're just waiting just now in Ullapool for the ferry to arrive. Got an hour to wait, but you've got to get there early because you never know what hold-ups you're going to face on the way. I'm getting so excited right now. The rain though has started to come down. It is just drizzle just now, but rain is forecast for the first few days of our holiday. But you know what? I'm excited for this. I just hope we're going to get some breaks in the clouds to make for some interesting photography, but time will tell. This is my favourite ever gift shop, and the bookshop there is amazing. I can never go in there without buying a book. So as it's raining, I thought I'd come back to the car to tell you which book I bought. I bought a book called Birds, Art, Life and Death. The Art of Noticing the Small and Significant. Apparently it's very good. It's got a lot in it about birds, noticing small and significant things in life, and there's a wee bit about photography in it as well. But that bookshop in Ullapool is amazing. Like I said, I cannot go in there without buying a book. So many books in there about Scotland, about nature, about photography, all sorts. It is amazing. Only about 20 minutes till we board the ferry now, getting so excited. But that is one of the great things about arriving here early, is that you can go and explore Ullapool while you're waiting. We're on the ferry. Let the journey and the holiday commence. So the most amazing thing happened about an hour into our journey. I really wanted to vlog about it at the time, but there was so many people sleeping and there was just people everywhere that I just couldn't. But basically I saw this massive splash right at the front of the boat, and then this common dolphin kept jumping out, and I followed it all the way around the boat to try and get a video of it, but unfortunately I just kept missing it, which is really frustrating because it was leaping right out of the water. We get bottlenose dolphins in the Murray Firth, as you will well know, but seeing a common dolphin leaping out of the water was another experience. It was amazing. And then I caught a juvenile gannet on camera, which was great, and there was all these bird watchers watching it. I never knew that juvenile gannets were black, but thankfully I have got a bird expert with me on this trip, so he was able to let me know that juvenile gannets are black. Oh, what an amazing trip started off today with some wildlife spectacles. We've arrived at Stornaway now. We're about to get off the ferry and we're heading up to the Butt of Lewis, which is famous for dolphin and whale watching as well as seabirds. So maybe our wildlife experiences are not over today yet. Welcome to the Butt of Lewis. I've wanted to come here for years now, but because it is right at the top of Lewis, it's quite out of the way and I've just never got round to it. Until today, of course. This place is in the Guinness Book of Records for being the windiest place in Great Britain. We're very fortunate today because the weather forecast was meant to be quite bad, but we've arrived and it's basking sunshine. It's 16 degrees, which is a lot warmer than they said it was going to be, and it is absolutely beautiful. The plan is I'm going to come back here on Friday night to shoot the sunset, so we're off to scout out this location, see what's around here, look for some whales and dolphins because this is a very good site for seeing them, and also just admire the seabirds. I'm going to take obviously you guys all with us, show you around this beautiful area, but there's so much up here to explore, and we've passed so many gorgeous beaches already too. But let's see what this lighthouse has to offer and the surrounding areas up here. These rocks here, believe it or not, are some of the oldest rocks in the whole entire world. They're definitely the oldest rocks in Britain, but some of the oldest in the world. They're 3 billion years old, and you can tell that due to all the different layers and that you can see within them. 3 billion years old means that these are 2/3 the age of Earth. It is mind-blowing, and it's right here on the Outer Hebrides. It's just incredible, it really is. To think that I'm standing on rocks right now that have been around for 3 billion years and have been formed by volcanic kind of eruptions. They've been forced up from under the ground due to pressure. The Ice Age also affected these. Wow. I'm not really into geology, but I do find this fascinating. Is probably, I think, one of the most popular places for landscape photographers to come when they shoot here, and you can probably tell that because you've got all these rocks down here where the waves come swirling up against. Fantastic for long exposure images, fantastic for some drama when it's stormy, and you've obviously got the lighthouse in the distance as well. This is definitely a place that I would want to come on Friday. I'm kind of hoping that I might have time to come here tonight, but we're going out for a meal quite late on, so we're probably going to miss sunset. But if we don't miss it and we have time, I would like to come back here. But definitely on Friday, I'm hoping to spend the whole evening here, waiting for the light, hoping the light happens and getting images. A lot of the photos I've seen from here in the past have been landscape images, but I'm considering taking some portrait images kind of here and getting all the waves crashing around here against the lighthouse. I've seen a couple of other compositions that I'm really liking as well while I've been here. We've only been here for about 15-20 minutes and already, like I say, completely spoilt for choice. Friday night, if the light happens and the weather's good, it's gonna be fantastic. I'm so excited. But it just shows kind of the importance of coming to a location like this when you've got time just to scout it out and look around. You know, I love spur of the moment photo shoots, but because I know this is a great place for photography and I've never been here before, I really wanted to spend the time this afternoon just kind of admiring this beautiful area, looking around it and seeing where all the potential photo opportunities are. So I've just found this rocky outcrop while I'm exploring, which kind of gives me a more dramatic look over towards the lighthouse and this dramatic coastline, which would be another good place to take images at sunset at some point this week. But while I was exploring this place, there is so many like bones here. So they're obviously from like birds that have eaten things, or it could even be foxes or other predators that have come to eat chicks and other birds. But literally this floor that I'm on just now is just It is littered with loads of different bones and bits of birds and other animals, which I think is quite fascinating. It kind of makes me wonder what kind of animal has been here predating on things, or what these animals or whatever have been eating on. I'm pretty sure that must be a bit of a bird's beak and its teeth. I don't know though, but it's fascinating. What a wonderful find. I love it when you're kind of out exploring in nature and exploring new and different locations and you come across things like this, because it just shows kind of nature in action and all the little things that go on around the world that we're kind of unaware of. You know, as we're going around our daily lives stressing about things and stressing about work and things that really other animals just don't think about these things, do they? They're just here to survive, and I don't know. I'm just getting a bit philosophical again, but wow. Just to give you some sort of perspective about where we are right now, if you jump on a boat and sailed north, the next place you would reach is the Arctic. And if you jump on a boat and sailed west, the next place you would meet would be either Northern America or Canada. I've seen two different sources saying two different things, but the point is, this is a pretty remote place, and it is, from the north and west side of things anyway, it is miles and miles away from any other land masses, which I think is pretty amazing. We are literally on like the outskirts of the British Isles in this super rugged and remote place, and I mean, I can only imagine how stormy and crazy and wild this peninsula is on a stormy winter's day. You can't even imagine it today. Sun is shining, it is really calm, it is beautiful. But on a stormy day, this place must be unbearable. I mean, the winds regularly up here get up to 100 miles an hour in the winter. It doesn't even bear thinking about, does it? So just to kind of go along with my Scottish tourism theme, which I've been doing a lot recently in my photos, I'm also thinking that Friday night might be a good night to try and get some images of me standing on these massive cliff faces overlooking the lighthouse and the foreboding sea below me, just to give again some scale, some show people interacting with this wilderness and this rugged and beautiful landscape, and again to show the tourism of Scotland and the beauty of this country and how you should all get out and enjoy it. So I just realised that we haven't explored this side, which probably might be quite good for sunset with the sun setting in the west, but with a bit of luck I might manage it back tonight. If not, we're just going to have to go with what we've already found for Friday. But we're off now to go and explore some beautiful beaches around this area, just go for a little bit of a wander and see what else we can discover. Knows about the award-winning beaches on Harris, but you don't often hear people talking about the beaches on Lewis, and to be honest, this is the first time I have been to a beach on Lewis and it is just as beautiful. You've got the crystal clear blue seas and the white sands, and on a day as sunny and as bright as this, it really comes to life. Well, I suppose this is a pretty good place to end episode 1 from the Lewis and Harris series. I hope you've enjoyed it. We had an epic ferry ride with some really interesting wildlife spectacles, which I am really... It's so unfortunate that I never managed to capture those dolphins jumping on camera, but it was amazing to see. We've been to the Butt of Lewis and you've learned a lot about the geology here. We have scouted out some potential locations for a shoot later this week, or potentially tonight. I don't know yet, it depends what time my meal finishes. The next episode will either be from tonight's shoot, but if tonight's shoot doesn't happen, it'll be tomorrow, exploring some of the famous and iconic historical monuments here on the northwest side of the island. As always, thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Day 2 here on the Isle of Lewis, and the weather has changed quite dramatically. But what I think is amazing is it kind of takes you away from modern life. And you just don't get this anywhere else in Scotland.